Have you ever made a decision quietly, privately, telling yourself that this time you're going to turn your life around? You think, tomorrow I'll wake up early, hit the gym, get my work done, and finally feel in control. In that moment, you're confident, motivated. It feels like something inside you has clicked. You believe you're about to become someone new, someone disciplined, focused, and consistent. But then, tomorrow arrives. And when you open your eyes, you don't feel like that same person anymore. The energy is gone. The motivation is missing. The version of you that made those big promises? It's like they disappeared overnight. Instead of attacking the day, you avoid it. You delay. You break your own word, guiltily, quietly. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. You're not broken, and you're not lazy. In fact, there's nothing wrong with you at all. The real issue isn't failure. It's misunderstanding. You haven't failed to follow through. You've simply misunderstood how the human mind actually works. In today's episode, we're going to explore a truth that most people never learn. The problem isn't motivation. It's not willpower, and it's not discipline. The deeper truth is this. You're not the same person every day. You're not one static, unchanging self. You're a constantly shifting identity, a collection of different moods, thoughts, and energies that change subtly with time. The version of you that makes a plan at midnight may not be the version of you that wakes up at 6 a.m. to execute it. And understanding this, truly understanding it, is the key to creating real, sustainable change. Think about who you were 5 years ago. How did you dress? What music did you listen to? What did you care about most? Now, compare that version of you to who you are today. Isn't it astonishing how much has changed? Your mindset, your priorities, even your beliefs. You're not the same person, and that transformation didn't happen in a single moment. It happened slowly, gradually, almost invisibly. Here's the catch. That same level of transformation doesn't just happen over years. It happens every single day. But we don't notice it. Because the changes are subtle, they're quiet, internal, and because of that, we assume we are one fixed, consistent person. But in reality, we are a shifting mosaic of different selves, each responding to different triggers, emotions, and environments. Some days, you wake up as the version of you who is ready to conquer the world. Other days, you wake up as the one who just wants to hide, and yet we expect these entirely different versions of ourselves to act the same, to hold the same goals, to summon the same energy, to follow the same plans. And that's where things fall apart. Because the truth is, you are not the same person every day. And once you accept that, you'll stop punishing yourself for inconsistency. You'll start learning how to work with your mind, not against it. Imagine you're playing a game where the controller is passed to a new player every 5 minutes. Each version of you, today, tomorrow, next week, is just another player on the same team. You're not alone. You're part of an evolving squad of yous. Now here's the twist. If the player before you wasted time, ignored the mission, or used up all the resources, you'd spawn into the game with a mess. No tools, no strategy, no momentum. You'd feel frustrated, and rightfully so, because you'd have to fix what they broke before you could even move forward. That's what happens in real life, too. You wake up to the consequences of yesterday's decisions, and if yesterday's version of you slacked off, today's version has to pay for it. We often define consistency as showing up the same way every single day, following the plan, hitting the goals, being disciplined. But in truth, consistency is cooperation across time. It's a silent partnership between who you are today and who you'll be tomorrow. If you avoid what matters now, tomorrow's you inherits the chaos. An unfinished to-do list, no structure, and zero direction. And the cycle repeats. The game gets harder. You fall behind. But if today's you makes the smart move, lays down the foundation, even if it's just a small step forward, then tomorrow's you starts the day with a win. With clarity, with momentum. That's real consistency. Not perfection, not sameness. But the awareness that you're a temporary player in a much longer game, and your mission every day is to set the next version of yourself up for success. Why we sabotage ourselves, and how to finally stop. Why do we keep making life harder for our future selves? The answer is buried in our biology. It's something psychologists call future discounting. Your brain is wired to value the present more than the future, even when it knows better. That's why you'll eat the junk food today, knowing you'll regret it tomorrow. Why you'll binge another episode, even if it means dragging through tomorrow's responsibilities. This isn't laziness. It's neurological. To your brain, your future self isn't you. It's a stranger. In studies, when people are shown digitally aged photos of themselves, they suddenly start saving more for retirement. Why? Because the more real the future feels, the more we care about it. But most of the time, our future feels far away, abstract, not urgent. So we keep choosing what's easy now over what's better later. This isn't just about habits. It's about how we relate to ourselves across time. How to break the cycle. Most people fail to stay consistent not because they're weak, but because they see progress as an all-or-nothing game. They think, if I don't do something big today, I've failed. If I can't go all in, what's the point? But progress isn't a dramatic leap. It's a quiet, persistent stacking of small wins. It's not a sprint. It's a video game with save points. You don't need to win the whole game today. You just need to reach the next checkpoint. And once you do, your progress is saved. You're no longer starting from zero tomorrow. Struggling to focus? Do one meaningful task. Too tired to exercise? Stretch. Walk for 10 minutes. Do one push-up. Not in the mood to clean? Tidy just one corner. These may feel insignificant, but they aren't. Each one is a handshake between today you and tomorrow you. You're leaving clues, setting up tools, passing the baton. Build a system. Not a streak. Forget perfection. Forget daily heroics. Just aim to make the next version of you better equipped than the current one. Some days you'll fly, some days you'll crawl. But if you're always saving your progress, always handing off momentum, you're winning. That's what real consistency looks like. Not rigid, not flawless, just continuous. Here's a deeper truth most people quietly live with. Some of you might be thinking, yeah, I get it. I need to set my future self up for success, but honestly, I don't even care about that version of me. And this, right here, is where so many silently fall apart. It's not about laziness. It's not a lack of motivation. It's something far more personal. Deep down, you don't believe your future self is worth the effort. Pause and really think about this. We naturally sacrifice for those we love. If your best friend was hurting, you'd show up. If a family member needed support, you'd step in without hesitation. Even if you had a pet, you'd feed them, protect them, nurture them. Because love makes effort automatic. But when it comes to yourself, if you don't care about your future self, why would you lift a finger to help them? See, if you love yourself, you pave the road ahead. But if you don't, you quietly destroy it. Because that future version doesn't feel real, doesn't feel worthy. And here's the tragic part. Most people are far kinder to everyone else than they are to themselves. When a friend messes up, we say, hey, it's okay. Just take one step. You're doing great. But when we mess up, I'm so pathetic. I'll never get it right. I'm such a failure. This self-criticism poisons consistency. Because why would you care for someone you don't even like? Here's the shift that can transform everything. Start seeing your future self as someone real, as someone separate, someone you care about. Imagine them as your younger sibling or your best friend. Would you pile burdens on their shoulders, or would you make their journey lighter? The moment you start valuing your future self, consistency stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like protection. So here's the final takeaway. Stop trying to be consistent as one single person grinding endlessly. Start seeing life as a relay race, a chain of different yous, each passing the baton forward. Your only job right now? Make the next version of you proud. Give them a smoother path. Take one step that makes tomorrow lighter. Life isn't a solo marathon. It's a team sport, and each version of you is on the same side. When you think this way, effort becomes kindness, and consistency becomes natural. Now here's your moment. What's one small thing you can do today that your future self will thank you for? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to know. And if you want more life-changing insights grounded in psychology, don't forget to subscribe. Remember, you don't need to win the entire game today. You just need to give the next version of you a better starting point.